Rahim. Assalamu alaikum and good evening to everyone. I, Professor Sharmin Yasmin, Chairperson of Public Health Foundation, Bangladesh, welcome you all to the closing session of 8th Public Health Foundation Day and International Virtual Conference, a 3-day virtual conference. Today is the last day, and within this 3 days period, we have completed the inaugural ceremony on the day 1 and the keynote session. And then we also have completed within this period 7 thematic scientific sessions. I think all of you have enjoyed, and there is a huge scope to learn from each other. So before saying anything, straightway, I would like to start our today's program. Today, we have us with our executive body members, and also we are very much delighted to announce that we have with us as chief guest the founding chairperson of Public Health Foundation, Professor Muzahirul Haq, sir, and he is also the former regional advisor of Southeast Asia, WHO. And he is our mentor and guide. And just yesterday, it was Professor Haq's birthday. So happy birthday, sir. We always pray for you for a very healthy and long active life. So we are going to start now. And also we have with us all our panelists, presenters, and participants. And in Facebook, I know there are lots of viewers who are watching this program. I request you on behalf of all of our members to stay with us for the whole time. First of all, I would like to request to deliver the address of welcome. The address of welcome will be delivered by Dr. Aftabuddin, Vice Chair of Public Health Foundation, Bangladesh, and advisor of our organizing committee of this conference. And he is also the head of the training technical training unit of ICDDRB. So we just welcome Dr. Aftabuddin to deliver the welcome speech.
Thank you, Professor Sharmin. It's indeed a great pleasure for me. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So it's really, the event made my day, although it is night. So I mean it comprehensively. Anyway, so it's great pleasure actually in this challenging time that we are seeing each other, though in virtual platform. I would like to welcome you all on behalf of Public Health Foundation, Bangladesh. Just you have heard from Professor Sharmin that with us, Professor Muzahirul Haq, who is the founding chairperson of Bangladesh, of Public Health Foundation of Bangladesh. And we are making our presence in Bangladesh and beyond for the last couple of years. So it's again our great pleasure that if you look at the different events, year-wise, month-wise, you will be astonished to see that amazing works have been going on under the leadership of the past as well as the present chairpersonship and the other important members, office bearers. So it's my again heartfelt thank I would like to extend all of you, and including now the guests participating here. I see here 21 participants, but it's very difficult to name each and every one. But again, I would like to congratulate you, welcome you for your precious time to be with us. So with this few words, we would like to look forward a congenial time although new normal, everyone is labeling it. However, would like to work together for bringing benefit to the people of Bangladesh. As you know, that the many challenges are coming ahead with life and livelihood of our people in Bangladesh and beyond. So thank you again, and thank you so much, Professor Sharmin, that you means all of you have given me that opportunity to welcome this August gathering. Thank you so much. Thank you again. Bye.
Thank you, Dr. Aftabuddin. It is always very inspiring to hear from you, actually. So our next event is a country song, and this song will be sung by our member, Dr. Shauli Mahzabi. I would request to play the song.
আমাদের বাংলাদেশের নাম বিশ্বভুবনময়, দিগন্তে এক নতুন দিনের সূর্যোদয়। আমাদের বাংলাদেশের নাম বিশ্বভুবনময়, দিগন্তে এক নতুন দিনের সূর্যোদয়। বাংলাদেশের নাম বিশ্বভুবনময়, বাংলাদেশের নাম বিশ্বভুবনময়। শাসন শোষণ নিপীড়িত প্রাণ, জুলুমের দিন হলো অবসান। শাসন শোষণ নিপীড়িত প্রাণ, জুলুমের দিন হলো অবসান। জাগ্রত এই জনতার দেশ, জনতা করেছে জয়। দিগন্তে এক নতুন দিনের সূর্যোদয়। বিশ্বভুবনময়, বাংলাদেশের নাম বিশ্বভুবনময়। আজকে স্বাধীন দেশের আকাশ, মুক্ত স্বদেশ বইছে বাতাস। আজকে স্বাধীন দেশের আকাশ, মুক্ত স্বদেশ বইছে বাতাস। আলোর বন্যা এই গতির প্লাবন, নবীন অভ্যুদয়। দিগন্তে এক নতুন দিনের সূর্যোদয়। বাংলাদেশের নাম বিশ্বভুবনময়, বাংলাদেশের নাম বিশ্বভুবনময়। আমাদের বাংলাদেশের নাম বিশ্বভুবনময়, দিগন্তে এক নতুন দিনের সূর্যোদয়। বাংলাদেশের নাম বিশ্বভুবনময়, বাংলাদেশের নাম বিশ্বভুবনময়।
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. Thank you, Dr. Shauli Mahzabi, for your very nice country song. This is the month of victory. So I think we always express our tribute and respect to Father of Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and also to all the freedom fighters who sacrificed their lives for the freedom of the country. Now, dear guest, very important presentation now will take place. That is the activities of Public Health Foundation. And that is going to be presented by me. So just give me 30 seconds for displaying the slide. Can anyone? Okay. Screen share. Okay. Just okay, here we are again, Public Health Foundation's executive body. On the day one, Dr. Taufik Juardar, our executive director, already introduced to you with our executive body members. As this is the outgoing committee, I would like to again introduce all of our members to you again. It's me, Professor Sharmin Yasmin, and here is our very dynamic executive director, Dr. Taufik Juardar. So next is our vice chairs, Dr. Shomir Kumar Shaha, and with us, Professor M.S. Mansoor Ahmed, and also Professor Nurul Goni. So our three vice chairs, you can see very dynamic. Then Dr. Mohammad Mafizul Islam Bulbul, Joint Secretary of our foundation, Dr. Sharmila Huda, Treasurer, and Naimuddin Robi, Publication and Communication Secretary. Very energetic and vibrant members of Public Health Foundation they are. Also, there is Tamanna Sharmin. She's a nutritionist and organizing secretary of our foundation. Here is Dr. Mohammad Salahuddin, co-organizing secretary. Then Tanjila Chaudhry, she is office secretary. And then Dr. Tajdik Hassan, executive member, very dynamic young leader of Public Health Foundation, as well as the global leader, to be a global leader, inshallah. Then Dr. Aftabuddin, executive member of our foundation. Dr. Shah Imran Khan, our big brother, he is also a very important executive member of our foundation. We have psychotherapist and psychologist Mahmouda Mohsina Bushra, our executive member. We have Dr. Kopil Ahmed. He is also our EC member for a long time and very much renowned researcher of Bangladesh and also in the globe. Then Professor Hafiza Erzuman, a public health expert. She is also our executive member. Then you can see here Dr. Shaida Anwar Shampa. She is a microbiologist working as associate professor in Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University. Here is Dr. Samia Mahmood. She works in Mary Stopes. And Dr. Alimur Reza Shimul. He's also very helpful and a friend in need, actually. When we are in crisis, he is always there to help us. And also Mrs. Jebunesa, our sister, she is working in HEAL. She has a separate foundation named as HEAL. Okay, then our last executive member, Dr. Jahidur Rashid Shumon. Just we told you that we lost him just 1 month back. Dr. Shumon, he is a public health expert and he was the founder of very renowned training institute of Bangladesh named CMOD. Always he's with us. You watch the videos and the photographs just few minutes ago, and everywhere he was there. And whenever I call him, he just do it instantly. He had lots of helping hand. Just a phone call of mine is enough to solve that problem. We'll always remember him. Our deepest condolence to his family. And we are praying to Almighty Allah so that Allah will grant him Jannatul Firdaus. Amen. Here you can see our leader, Professor Muzahirul Haq sir. Without sir, Public Health Foundation could not be in this position actually. And we are also thankful to him to bring Public Health Foundation at this stage. We are the workforce, but we need a leader, and that is him. Thank you so much, sir. And next to him is Professor Fatima Ashraf, a very dynamic lady, very motherly lady. And what should I say? I cannot express about her qualities within a very short time, actually. So very energetic, very academic, and always she does everything to support Public Health Foundation with her best capacity. So thank you, Appa, for leading Public Health Foundation for the last 3 years before me. Okay, this is our executive committee, outgoing executive committee. Now I would like to show you we have some international advisors and national advisors in our foundation. Can you see the slide, please? Can you see it? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please. Okay, here you can see our international advisors, Professor Hasbullah Tabrani, Professor and former Dean of the School of Public Health at University of Indonesia, Professor Palitha Abikun. He is very much known to, I think, most of you. He is President of Sri Lanka Medical Association and Chairman, National Authority of Tobacco and Alcohol.
We cannot watch that.
Yeah,
we cannot see the.
we cannot see them. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know who told that we can see, but we actually can't.
We cannot. We can see
Okay,
this,
okay.
see this
Oh,
slide.
all right, just wait, please. Okay. Right. Okay. I think.
Yeah.
Can you see now?
No.
Not yet.
Okay, something. So.
Now it's okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's now.
Okay.
That's
We can see now.
Yeah, we can see now.
So actually, technically, I have to be more capable. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Could you give the given the
Slideshow?
full screen? Yes,
Yeah,
slideshow or full screen.
Thank
And
you.
it would be better if you back first slide. Yeah. Now it is in second slide.
No, actually, this
That's
is the
all.
first. This is the first slide.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So here you can see our international advisors. They're Professor Azbullah Tabrani, Professor Palitha Abikun, and Professor B. Sharkar. Actually, we met all of them in different conferences. We also have our national advisors, and they are very much well known to you. Here you can see our national advisors of Public Health Foundation, Advocate Fazle Rabbi Mia MP. He's Deputy Speaker of Parliament of Bangladesh. Then our sir, Professor Muzahirul Haq. Next to him is Professor T.H. Chaudhary. Sir is always there for us. Professor Mamunur Rashid sir, Professor Mahmudur Rahman, and also Dr. Rizaul Karim. So they are our advisor. Now, I would show the main slide of today. Just a minute. Is it visible now?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to start. Okay, here again, we are going to start. These are the activities for the last 1 year from December 19 to December 20. So what does actually Public Health Foundation do? Here you can see our activities. So throughout the year, we run our activities of different kinds. We create awareness in the community. We disseminate knowledge. Some research works have been done by us, our members, and they also make later on publications. And also we have a Public Health Foundation Ethical Committee, and mentorship is another important work of our foundation to groom public health leadership and supporting the frontliners. We do throughout the year different kinds of activity for that and policy documentation. We have a periodic newsletter, and for this year, for the session of July, this is the newsletter, and the name of our newsletter is Shushrosha. It is a Bengali name, Shushrosha. So Shushrosha means healthcare. So here you can see the last year's program, that is the National Conference on Environmental Health and Climate Change. And also throughout the year, actually next to this event, all were COVID-19 pandemic related programs. And every year, actually, we celebrate Universal Health Coverage Day. So this is also reported here. Then you see what are our programs. Then I will show you in our next slides about the activities which will cover these programs. So I'm very quickly skipping the slides. This is our journal of Public Health Foundation, and the journal is Southeast Asia Journal of Public Health. Those who are watching this program, you can also publish your article in this journal. You will go through the website and see the instruction what to do to submit your paper, and then you can do accordingly. Next is our activities in collaboration with other organizations. We are member of CFEN, you know. CFEN full name is Southeast Asia Public Health Educational Institutional Network. And every year we join the conference and the meeting. So this was in November 2019, and it was in Jaipur, where Professor Muzahirul Haq sir, me, and other delegates from Bangladesh attended this meeting. And in that meeting, Public Health Foundation Bangladesh was awarded with a good public health organization. And there are also other organizations who were also awarded. So it was NIPSAM, then it was Public Health Foundation, and it was BRAC University. From Bangladesh, these three institutions were awarded. And next, you can see that in that meeting, I was elected as the EC member of CFEN, and tenure is 2019 to 2021. Then it is the picture of our last year's national conference on environmental health and climate change. It was a huge success in terms of participation, and also different delegates from different institutions came and attended the meeting, and they delivered their important and valuable lectures here. And you see lots of young students are there. So actually they are our public health volunteers and public health members. So it is the picture of the inauguration session, the lower one, and the upper one is the closing session. And this is our cover photo. Then we observe Universal Health Coverage Day on 12th December 2019. And the keynote speaker was Professor Hafiza Arzuman. He is our EC member, you already have seen. And she is Professor of Public Health in Punro University of Science and Technology in Bogura. It was a successful event, and we have different segments in that day. We had a rally, we had a discussion meeting on universal health coverage, and also we awarded actor Ilyas Kanchan for his contribution to prevent road traffic accident and to create awareness road traffic accident in Bangladesh. And these are the pictures you can see. These are the pictures of that day. Now the pandemic's year started, actually started in the globe, it was started in last December. But in Bangladesh, we found cases in March, 8th March. So we started our program, and the first program on COVID-19 was on 10th April, and that was the celebration day of the World Health Day. So here is some of the features of that program you can see here. Next to it is managing stress in times of COVID-19. So it was jointly done in collaboration with Freedom Within, who are good friends of mine. Here you can see Nasima Akhtar Apa and also Bushra Mohsina and Tasdiq Hassan. Tasdiq Hassan coordinated the event. Again, we had a program, Coping with Adversities, COVID-19 and Beyond. And here are the panelists, you can see. It was also in April. Our next event was Managing Stress and Coping with Adversities during COVID-19 pandemic. Frontliners Matter. It was specially dedicated to our frontliners. So it was the beginning, right? It was conducted in May 15, 2020. And they are our panelists. Then very important webinar we arranged that is on thoughts on national health budget. Actually, every year we organize a discussion meeting on national health budget. And this year was not an exception. The keynote speaker was Dr. Shafiun Nahin Shimun. And here are the panelists you can see. So it was a very successful meeting in relates to national health budget. Here you can see two events. One is on nutrition during COVID-19 pandemic period. And here you can see our panelists. Among the panelists, we have nutritionist Tamanna Sharmin and Ismat Jahan. And the program was moderated by Dr. Bulbul. Then we had another program that is workshop on IPC, that means infection prevention and control. And it was coordinated by Muhammad Mominul Islam. He lives in KSA and Tabuk KSA, and he is also our member. And he conducted this workshop from there. Here you can see two of our important programs. I will tell you that here is the topic you can see, mainstreaming public health in the national health system. And this is the time to utter. So if government helps or government is motivated, we can do it. So that was a webinar that was conducted in, I think the date is in September. And here you can see all the panelists who are very much well known, not only in our country, also internationally. And the few days back, we had another webinar that was on cervical and breast cancer screening awareness program. And it was moderated by Professor Muzahirul Haq. And among the panelists, we had Professor Fatima Ashraf, Dr. Habibullah Raskin, and also Professor Nurul Goni. Next to it, here you can see celebrating World Mental Health Day and 50 workshops in 50 campuses. Actually, this was a total program of an organization organization site here. Okay, so Public Health Foundation actually organized few of the programs. You can see they took 4 workshops. Okay, and this whole program from the Public Health Foundation was coordinated by Dr. Tasdiq Hassan. Sorry. Here it is the fund raising program. Actually, we were the co-partner, and among the other organizations, you can see their names here. So it was held in May 2020. And you can see here popular singer, Tahsan, Topu, and also other singers are here. Probably the young generation will know their name. And you can see here that a very important event, actually we took part, Public Health Foundation took part, BIMSCON 2020, Bangladesh Institution of Medical Students Society. Every year they arrange conference and congress, and Public Health Foundation happily always join with them as partner. And we were the resource person. So here it's me, Professor Fatima Ashraf, Dr. Tawfiq Jawardar, and Dr. Tasdiq. We all conducted workshops. Next, very important, e-booklet. So it was, e-booklet was published, electronically published in April. At that time, everyone was with fear. So we plan to publish an e-booklet to create awareness among the people. So you can see here, so if you visit our website and Facebook, you can see the whole electronic booklet. So here you can see that advisor was Professor Mozahirul Haq sir, chief editor was me, then editor was Tawfiq, and managing editor was Caesar, and there were also other members in the editorial board. Here is another e-booklet, and this e-booklet was prepared by Professor Fatima Ashraf. It was on maternal health care during pregnancy. And this program was technically assisted by 2 organizations. And the name of these organizations are Healthcare Content Collective and Health Policy Forum. They are very young members. You can see around Professor Fatima Ashraf, and she's also looking very young. She's mentally very young. And this team actually composed this book. Congratulations, Fatima Appa and team. Then, behavior change communication material, Public Health Foundation actually prepare some BCC material. Here you can see to create awareness collaboration with Youth Policy Forum. These are the messages to the people. So we observed that in the beginning, there was lots of stigmatization and also discrimination among the people, both in rural and urban area. These are the messages. Okay. Now, very important aspect of our activities, that is Public Health Foundation publications. So you can see that there are, more than 50 articles have been published in 2020. So that's a great job by our members, of course. So this is one, Naimuddin Robi. It was published in BMJ. You can see here, and along with him, there was also Tasdiq, Dr. Kapil Ahmed, Professor Fatima Ashraf. So, and this research was done after getting a grant from BCC. Then this is another publication. This publication was mainly done by Dr. Shariful Islam, our program coordinator, who is here today. And also co-authors are Dr. M.I. Bulbul and other members. And this is another one of Dr. Tasdiq Hassan. And some of the papers are now under review. These are the researches which are undergoing currently. One is prevalence of anxiety and depressive symptoms among physicians during the COVID-19 pandemic in Bangladesh, a cross-sectional study. The principal principal investigator is Tasdiq, and along with him there is Shahadat Hussain. He's also a public health personality, and there are other co-investigators. And here you can see a big list. COVID-19 research. These are researches related to COVID-19. Public Health Foundation in affiliation with Jahangirnagar University, Science and Technology University, and University of Liverpool. I'm not going to read out the titles. Okay, you can see it later on in our social media papers. Then you can see also the list of researches. I'm just going to skip this. Now here is the Ethical Review Committee of Public Health Foundation. You can see here that during the COVID pandemic period, actually we started this Ethical Review Committee's activity actually. So it is very much useful for the young researchers especially, so that we can guide them how to do our research correctly and scientifically. So here is the members of the Ethical Review Committee. It is headed by me, and member secretary is Dr. Tawfiq. And also there are other renowned members who are significantly contributing in the field of research in Bangladesh and also in other side of the world. You can say, I'm not going to read out the names, okay. Then international collaborations, COVID-19 and mental health. This is one of the collaboration. Personal and family coping with COVID-19 in the global south. And I think so far I know from Bangladesh, the number of data was collected and it was more than other countries. So it was a very successful data collection event, but the result is yet to be published. And this is the program which is going on now. Actually, I just attended the event and then I came from the link and I joined here today. And Tasdiq is here as panelist. And there are also other panelists. You can see Professor Salimul Haq, Shejuti, Mahbuba Nasreen, and they are very renowned in this world. Then next to it is, these are some publications that have been published in daily newspapers. Here is Dr. Shamir Kumar Shaha, and Dr. Shamir Kumar Shaha regularly write in newspapers and in other media. Here is another one, and this is Professor Muzahirul Haq sir's article in Prothom Alo. And it is Tawfiq Juardar's, very talented and he has a very good writing skill. So always very thoughtful. So he is contributing always, not only in the health system, but also in other disciplines of public health. But he's a health system expert, we all know that. So congratulations to Tawfiq for your huge publication in the national newspapers. And here you can see that our members always participate in discussions in the electronic and public medias. Here is 3 of us, but many of our members. It was not possible to incorporate all the pictures here, but our other members also join regularly in the electronic and public medias. I'm taking too much time, I think. And here you can see our Tamanna, our organizing secretary. Actually, she could not attend today because she is in Rangpur now, but this is her, some of the activities. She always take different kinds of pain to serve the poor people during flood, during disaster, every kind of natural calamity, she is there. On behalf of Public Health Foundation, she is always ready to serve people. Thank you, Tamanna Sharmin. And finally, we are here. So we are here with the conference. And every year, you know, we actually arrange this conference in person, in a venue. There are lots of activities. But this time we had some limitation because of COVID-19, you know. And this year, finally it happened. And it happened because of you, because of our members, because of your time, because of your support. And you see here, the conference theme is what? Response to COVID-19 pandemic, learning from home and abroad. And this is the title of our keynote paper. And that keynote paper was presented by Dr. Ruhul Abid, and you know him very well. He's the founder and president of HIFA, Health and Education for All. And he was also a Nobel Prize nominee, and he's a renowned cardiovascular surgeon. And it was the, I will say that actually, we can say that our program is successful because Dr. Ruhul Abid was here. That is a very valued presence in our conference. So here you can see in our inaugural ceremony, we had also other guests, but unfortunately, just the one day before our inaugural session, our Honorable Minister, Ministry of Education, Dr. Deepu Moni MP, was diagnosed with COVID-19. Actually, that's why she could not attend. But we are grateful to our other members who could make it, except our one special guest could not attend because of very important meeting with Honorable Prime Minister. So, of course, I told him that he will be with us in our next program, and he committed to me that he will come in our next programs. Okay, then next, these are the pictures of our thematic sessions, the session chairs and moderators. This was the first session of the first day, communicable disease. Then the session was on that day on public health education, practice and law. Then our health system, that was yesterday's session. Then another session, second session of health system, and session chaired by Dr. Akhtabuddin and Dr. Tawfiq, moderated by Ghulam Rabbani. So you can see all our session chairs and moderators with the theme of the session. I'm skipping the slides very fast. Environmental and occupational health, this was a brilliant session. Then also today's session was non-communicable disease. Professor Mansoor Ahmed and Professor Nauzia chaired the session. Moderator was Dr. Bulbul. And another session was for today, that was on diversified issues. Professor Fatima Ashraf and Professor Motir Rahman Mullah chaired the session, and it was moderated by our member, Naimuddin Robi. And this is the closing session, and here we are, actually. Here we are, and you can see that our great contributors, they are Acme Laboratories Limited and Raj TV, our media partner. And we are happy today that our chief guest is Professor Muzahirul Haq sir. So, and also we have Professor Fatima Ashraf Appa, then Dr. Akhtabuddin, Professor Mansoor Ahmed and Tawfiq, and actually without whom it was not possible to complete the conference. then this is our team. This is the picture of our last year's conference. This is the inaugural sessions picture. Here, they are our guests, and behind we are the members of Public Health Foundation. And thank you all for your very patient hearing. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Okay. So that was for all from my side regarding the presentation. So I must thank Dr. Tasdiq Hassan, who prepared actually the presentation. And Tasdiq will be with us very soon as his program is finished. Okay, now our next segment is speech of our members, of our soldiers of Public Health Foundation. Let's see who will talk first. I think it is Ghulam Rabbani. I will invite Dr. Ghulam Rabbani to please say a few words about your experience in this conference and about anything about Public Health Foundation or whatever you want to say. Mon khule kotha bolo.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I would like to thank Professor Sharmin Yasmin to give me the opportunity to say something. I would also like to thank the Honorable Conference Organizing Committee members.
Any problem?
Can you hear me? I would also like to thank the Honorable Conference Committee member, chairs, moderators, panel members, and audience for their kind support, effort, and cooperation. I know Public Health Foundation Bangladesh since 2017 from its Feed Public Health Foundation Day, and started working as member since 2018. And still I am with the Public Health Foundation, and I will be as well for the rest of the time. Over the last 3 years, I have got the opportunity to work with the diversified members of the Public Health Foundation to organize different programs, including the conference in 2019 and this virtual international conference as program coordinator. I would say Public Health Foundation Bangladesh is an appropriate platform for the young public health researcher to develop research capacity and to develop other personal capacity in different aspects, which can help to accelerate further professional development. I wish Public Health Foundation Bangladesh continued success. And thank you so much, madam. Thank you so much once again for giving me the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rabbani. Actually, you performed excellently, actually, during this conference and also before that, because two of our coordinators, program coordinators, one is Ghulam Rabbani, and next is Muhammad Shariful Islam. So thank you so much, Rabbani, for being with us. Okay, now I would like to invite Dr. Muhammad Shariful Islam to say a few words.
Thank you, madam. Thank you all. I don't know. I hear a lot of noise. Do you hear me clearly? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It was my great honor and great opportunity for me to engage with the organizing team in this international scientific conference. It is my first time to organizing such big conference. I can also meet a lot of emerging and nice public health experts around the world who are contributing to improve people's health. I also share one more thing that public health contributing in addition with Sharmin Madam, that last month we were able to engage at least 50,000 people around the world to deliver our voice around the world about pandemic situation, improving their awareness and many other things. And we also, in this conference, we also able to engage and present at least 15 15 young researchers to the world, and I hope they will contribute more in future to improve health health of our nation. I hope that all of the contribution of public health will improve to health in our people, health of our country people, and we'll get a better health and get sustainable Bangladesh, sustainable health. And a lot of email I got during the conference session, time, contributing, organizing time, and then they are want to engage with Public Health Foundation, and I definitely welcome all because it will improve our network, our skill, and our horizon. And thank you, all of our very renowned public health expert, and also my mentor Tawfiq Joadar to introduce public health to me, and also my senior brother Bulbul Islam to introduce public health. And I think I'm the youngest member in this conference for organizing. And I'm very happy, and thank you, madam. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharif, for your kind words and very encouraging words for who are watching our programs. They will be encouraged, I think, to involve in such kind of activities. Okay, our next speaker is Munaimul Islam Caesar. So, Caesar, say something.
Thank you, madam, for giving me a scope to say something. Basically, I'm really glad to be a member of Public Health Foundation of Bangladesh. I joined Public Health Foundation of Bangladesh 1 year back. I committed to put my best effort. I'm not sure how much effort I put there, but always I try to keep some effort so that I can be proud to be a part of this organization. For example, yesterday I missed my class to join here, and even now my class is going on in the Netherlands, but I think sometimes it's important to miss the class to get something good. So I really feel proud when I see that we have a great dynamic leadership. And I would like to mention that we have a very good leadership and very good combination between Dr. Tawfiq Joadar and Professor Sarmini Yasmin. So we are very happy to work with under their leadership because they are very friendly and they know how to demonstrate a leadership to the juniors. So I hope that they will continue their leadership. And I really would like to mention some name for this program, like Ghulam Rabbani, Mr. Shariful Islam. They put a really great effort under the leadership. And I sometimes feel sorry that I could not put my best effort due to some of my limitation. I hope I will be able to play my instrumental role in coming days to uphold this organization to contribute in public health arena. And I would like to thank all the participants who made this program successful. Without their participation, this program would not have got the success. And lastly, I hope that Public Health Foundation Bangladesh will continue their contribution to put some effort to improve the health status of Bangladesh. Thank you very much, and see you again.
Okay, thank you, Caesar. Okay, stay well in Netherlands and come back soon. Okay. Then I would request Dr. Arun Shahi. Is Arun here?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for this opportunity to express and share my experiences. First of all, I am very grateful to the Public Health Foundation and Professor Mojarul Haq. It is, I think, brainchild this organization is, and the way the consecutive presidents are taking this Public Health Foundation in a different height, I really feel very proud and what is honored that I have got opportunity to speak and participate. In 2018, I presented 2 papers and I was associated with this Public Health Foundation. And moreover that I got my 2 degrees from Bangladesh. That one from MD in Medical Oncology from Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib University and MPH in Epidemiology from the North-South University. So I feel that whoever I am and whatever I'm doing in Nepal, it's all because of the Bangladesh. And I'm very much emotionally connected with the Bangladesh, and I feel Bangladesh is my second home. And people of this country are amazing. Wherever I go, I say that Bangladeshi people are the best, with full of emotion and very helpful and very kind. Regarding academic and our professional development, I think associating with the public health has helped me a lot to boost my career, and I think I'm doing good in my profession here in Nepal in oncology. And to say frankly that I'm the first medical oncologist who has done MD in medical oncology from Bangladesh with the internal medicine background. And thank you everyone, and I appreciate and I wish all the best for the Public Health Foundation, and I'm sure like I'll be part of this very esteemed organization all my life. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Arun, for your nice deliberation. Actually, Bangladesh also misses you. Okay, so always we see you in your Facebook that you are very much engaged in Nepal with public health oriented activities. That's really amazing. Okay, thank you so much. So our next speaker was actually Tamanna and Tasdik. Both of them are not here because of their preoccupation. So I now request Dr. Bulbul to say a few words. Our very dynamic, young, and everyone's role model, especially the young generations. Dr. Bulbul, please.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for your wonderful and kind words to introduce me. It's really a matter of emotions to speak before you in this August gathering. I really found Public Health Foundation is my second home. I always say to people, and I always try to people engage in the Public Health Foundation. That is one of my passion as well. I especially want to say I met few people, those who are very, very hardworking. Professor Sharmin Yasmin, Professor Fatima Ashraf, Tawfiq Jordar. So very hardworking. I met some very much guiding or mentor people, our Professor Mojirul sir, Mansur sir, Kapali sir, then Aftabuddin sir. I found them, and also Azim sir from abroad. Even I found very hardworking people, young people, and very polite. Even they don't know when to say no, or then even they never say no. Golam Rabbani, if I say even at 2 p.m. 2 a.m. Rabbani, I need these things. He is ready to support that things. Caesar still, he's missing his class. So this is really matter of emotions. I feel emotional. And also I found few very dynamic people like Tawfiq Bhai is always, he's always very much to the point in his works. Every work very much perfect. Even Arun Shahi, he's from Nepal. So all are this I feel always when I say emotional to Public Health Foundation, and I have learned a lot of things, not only how to speak, but also how to manage things, how to manage people as well. So these all are learning since 2012 from Public Health Foundation. I wish Public Health Foundation and all the people who are really, engaging with Public Health Foundation, they will be in a position, hopefully, in also global leadership as well as national leadership. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Bulbul. Very rightly you have said that we have to own Public Health Foundation like our own family. Okay, that's very important actually. So thank you so much. Our next speaker is, I think, I'm not sure about if he is here or not. Okay, so I will now request Professor Muhammad Anwarul Azim our editor of Southeast Asia Journal of Public Health, and he is also our very active and dearly member of Public Health Foundation since the beginning. So please, Anwarul Azim Bhai, we want to hear your voice. I think he's here, yes?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks,
okay,
everyone.
please.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, I was involved from the inception of the Public Health Foundation, and Professor Mojalok sir is my mentor, my teacher. So it was a I see from the very beginning, and now it is now well established, and I'm really happy that this conference was conducted virtually effectively, and I was talking to my colleagues here, and I proudly mentioned that the conference is well organized and is streamed virtually well without any hiccup. So it's really proud, and thanks everyone for organizing such a wonderful conference. And this is the first time I am joining, because it is always in December first week. So our vacation is always in the last week of the December. So I missed it, but this is the first time. So that's why I mobilized my colleagues, and 12 of my colleagues from friends from UK, USA, Canada, Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, they joined and presented. Also from Dubai. So they presented. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks everyone.
Thank you, Professor Anwarul Azim Bhai, for sharing your experience regarding the conference and also Public Health Foundation. You brought a large team from West Indies who participated paper in our conference, and it's a great inspiration for us. So it was, I think, a very wonderful knowledge sharing between country to country. Thank you, Azim Bhai. So our next speaker is, we would like to hear from our participants actually. We invited two of our participants. So I will now call, I think she's here, Dr. Saida Fatima Alom. She is an intern doctor from Shohi Sorwardi Medical College. Actually, she was a public health volunteer at first, but after passing her MBBS, she was involved in her duties, so could not join as a member. I think very soon she will be our member as well. So please, Fatima, would you please say a few words in 2 minutes? We are running short of time.
Certainly, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me the opportunity to say a few words. Actually, to be very honest, this is a very emotional moment for me, as actually I would like to share a few of my experiences from a very personal point of view. Back in 2015, I first came to PHF BD, and as a volunteer. I was a second-year medical student then, and I came to PHF BD through my constant mentor, Dr. Tasdik Hassan Dibba, and my teacher and guardian, Prof. Dr. Fatima Ashraf ma'am. And then later on, in the process of working, I got the opportunity to know dynamic people like Prof. Dr. Sharmi Yasmin ma'am, Dr. Muzarul Haq sir, and young leaders and mentors like Tawfiq Zardar Bhai, Bulbul Bhai. And now when we are in 2020, here I participated as a panelist, thanks to my amazing team. This journey has been very transformative, from a volunteer to a panelist. This journey is very important to me, and it has been very wonderful. And I would like to thank PHFPD as a young physician, or a physician who aspires to be a public health expert one day. And I want to thank everyone of the PHFBD team for giving me this, me and so many young physicians, this opportunity, this platform where we can actually learn and experiment and express. And I would like to give the organizing committee a very special thanks for taking the courageous decision to organize and host this conference virtually, even in this COVID situation. And I'm very proud of being a small part of this family. And inshallah, as Sharmin ma'am said, next year I'll be more involved and give my 100% in organizing too, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fatima Alam, for your very promising word. We'll be waiting for you. Okay. So our next speaker, our participants of this conference is Dr. Shoykot Shah. Dr. Shoykot Shah is Assistant Professor of Public Health Dentistry in Bangladesh Dental College. So Shoykot, are you here?
Thank you, madam.
Yeah, as we have short of time, please finish by 2 minutes.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for giving me that opportunity. Actually, this is being for me. This is being the first time to be able to attend a conference organized by Public Health Foundation, and it has been a very remarkable experience in this international conference where I was able to see the experienced researcher presenting their experiences, and as well as the young researcher, they were able to learn, and which was very resourceful and insightful. And the theme of this conference was responses on COVID-19 pandemic. As I can understand with my little knowledge that this pandemic possesses very challenges in a multidimensional way. So, so in order to face that, we need to address it in a multi-direction. And luckily or fortunately, these conferences, the paper I was able to attend, or the presentation I was able to participate, I saw in a multidimensional way the paper was presented, and a very diversified research was presented, and which was very good for the young researchers. And I especially thank Public Health Foundation for organizing this seminar in such a challenging time of pandemic, and having this mammoth task of putting this conference virtually. And also I thank the organizer and the technical team for arranging this seminar hassle-free. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you all the members of Public Health Foundation.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I would now request Bushra Mohsina. She's here, I think. Bushra Mohsina, just few words if you want to say. Is she here? No. Okay, she's not here. Okay, I think Tajdik is back from his program.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Just a very brief expression of your feeling.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity tonight to talk. I'm very, very honored. I was actually attending another event led by Public Health Foundation, and where Sharmin Yasmin ma'am was the chief guest, special guest, and I was attending as a panelist. So I was kind of like jumping from one Zoom to another Zoom. So thank you so much for creating the space to talk. It's such an excellent experience of working with PHFBD since the very beginning of my public health career. I joined PHFBD in 2012, and it's almost 8 years now. And it is my family. Like all members of PHFBD, I consider as my family members. So this year, for last 3 years, I was missing PHFBD conference because I was not in the country. And every year, I think during 8th to 10th December, I almost feeling like crying. Like I'm not attending PHPD event this year when it was declared that it's going to be virtual. And I was luckily in the country. I think I was the happiest person from the PHPD family because I was not supposed to, present in the country at the moment, but it happened. I'm so happy, and it was such an excellent opportunity this year to moderate one session on mental health, which is my expertise, and I'm excited that most of the abstracts are coming from mental health. So it's a big win for all mental health researchers in the country at the moment. And thank you, PHPD, for giving us a platform to grow as public health researchers. Each of the PHPD mentors, like Professor Muzahirul Haq sir, Professor Fatima Ashraf ma'am, Professor Sharmi ma'am, and all the senior members of PHPD, you are our guardian, and you have given us the courage to talk on global platforms. Thank you very much for giving us this courage. Thank you, PHPD.
Thank you, Dr. Tasdeeq. Okay, you are a multitasking person. We all know that. You jump from one place to another every day. So it's a great job. Thank you. So our next speaker is Dr. Tawfiq Juardar. Dr. Tawfiq Juardar, our dynamic and talented executive director. Actually, in organizing this conference, I sometimes actually hesitate to take some decisions. Then I ring Tawfiq. Yeah, Tawfiq, what to do? So exactly what decision he gives me, that I do actually. So where is Tawfiq? So you can start now, please.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, thank you, Appa. Thanks for having your enormous trust on me and everyone else in the Public Health Foundation family, actually. I like to thank, I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone. Having said that, I want to remember or remind one famous physician, a German physician from the 19th century, mid-19th century. His name was Rudolf Ludwig Karl Virchow. Some of you might have heard his name from a famous gland. We call it Virchow's gland. But apart from that gland, he's known for a famous quotation. He said, medicine is a social science, and politics is nothing but medicine at large scale. This sounds very funny in our ears, especially those coming from clinical background. It seems like, how come medicine can be a social science and politics can be a medicine? But he was so true, because and that has been established through the movements for decades, decade-long movements in public health, where we strived for social determinants of health, for achieving the social determinants of health. And if we understand public health, we need to understand the social determinants of health, the factors that underlie the basic reasons or causes behind our ill health. And those are very much related to power, and power means politics. As long as you cannot speak truth to the power, you cannot change the health status of any country. And that has become very much evident during the COVID-19 pandemic. I mean, COVID-19 pandemic opened our eyes regarding how politics and power and dynamics of power and the social determinants are so important. It's not just about clinical practice. It's not just about giving medicine. It's about how you organize your overall health system and how you address or implement your health policies in the social sphere. And so that's why I want to take this opportunity. I'll finish by saying that instead of taking the path of less resistance, we need to actually learn to speak truth to the power. And speaking truth to the power does not mean torching buses in the streets or vandalizing in the streets. Rather, it means you be truth to yourself, you speak from the evidence, and you have the strength of your character to say the right thing to the people who are in the powerful positions. And that's how, and that's the path I believe Public Health Foundation should take in leaping forward. Thank you very much.
Unmute. Sharmin Appa, please unmute.
আনমিউট করো শারমিন আনমিউট করো
Tawfiq, for your very visionary speech, actually. Our next speaker is Professor Nurul Ghani. I'm not sure, he's not here, I think. I don't see his name. So I would request Dr. Kopil Ahmed to say a few words. Kopil Bhai is here.
Thank you very much, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. I'm just passing a very crucial time because I was not engaged with all of you last couple of months, maybe more than 1 year, actively, but I was in the Public Health Foundation. Because of my current duties, actually I'm doing a job where I'm not sparing a time I'm sparing a time very rarely, but I'm seeing all the emails and activities from Public Health Foundation. I'm very happy. One thing I would like to mention that the young people are coming to the leader as two of my students. One is our Ravi and another is from Nepal. They were my direct supervision. They did some research, and I'm very happy to see their leadership. So I do apply for all of you for not actively participating in all the activities of Public Health Foundation, but in my heart, Public Health Foundation is always. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Kopil Ahmed. So despite having a very busy schedule, you are here with us. Thank you so much. So I now would request Professor M.S.A. Mansoor Ahmed to say a few words for our participants and for our members.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. I'm proud that I have been working as a public health personnel since 1975. It's a long time that I am in the field of public health. And Public Health Foundation started in 2012 under the very dynamic leadership of Professor Mozarul Haq, who is a senior to me in my medical college. He is 3 years senior to me, and actually I am really thankful to Professor Mozarul Haq for creating Public Health Foundation, which is a very timely, time-demanding organization for Bangladesh, I would say, because Public Health Association was still not, I think, although they reorganized, very useful programs, activities in the public health. And it was possible due to the great leadership of Professor Mozarul Haq. I have to say, congratulations, Professor Mozarul Haq, sir, for your continued effort. And you are a kingmaker, I would say, because the people who are working in the public health, you use your dynamic qualification to find them out, like leaders, as the Kulbul, by everybody, Professor. I'm sorry, I cannot name everybody, but I thank everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor M.S. Mansoor Ahmed, who is also our advisor of this conference. Actually, Professor Mansoor is known to me since long, when I was a college student. So he is my big brother and also my teacher. Thank you. So I would now request the lady with the lamp, Professor Fatima Ashraf, who always remind me Florence Nightingale. So Appa, please. Everyone mistakes me with with Professor Fatima Ashraf. Somebody, if I go to any place or any conference, oh, I met you there. They actually, I mean, find Fatima Appa's face in my face. Okay, so we are twin sisters like relation. Thank you, Appa.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Sharminappa, for your kind words. Actually, it's a great moment. And I'm really happy that I'm seeing all the proud faces of Public Health Foundation members from senior to junior level. And first of all, I should pay my thanks and heartiest thanks and tributes to Professor Mujahirul Haq sir, who actually was so much visionary that he created the home. The home is always extending and conceiving lots of people. Some are junior, mid-level, senior. They are grooming, growing, doing, and spreading all over the world. So it's really fantastic. And you can see that starting from 2011 up to 2020. So we can say that public health is now in its adolescent age only. But within these few years, it has created as like a trusted organization, a good platform from where our people can grow and can give their best for the service of the people, for research and for so on. So it's really great. And when I think that I'm so lucky that I could come and join to Public Health Foundation, and I'm entangled with so many great people. I learned a lot from Public Health Foundation, their members. And I can't refrain myself without saying that I'm actually a great fan of Professor Sharmin Yasmin because of her leadership, her mentorship, and I always try to follow her, really so. And I think that the present committee, especially under the guidance of Chairperson Professor Sharmin Yasmin and Dr. Tawfiq Jodar, the Executive Director, this is most probably the best combination of Public Health Foundation's executive body. And you have done a splendid work. Thanks to this committee again. And we know that a lot of people are now gradually engaging and engaging. So we have a lot of opportunities to come forward. And I must echo the words of Bulbul. Yes, there are a lot of our juniors, they are spreading all over. They are our proud, like Bulbul, like Tasdeeq, Tamanna, Sharmila, Bushra, and so on. And we are getting the new members with us. So for this conference, we see that we observe the hard work of Shariful, Rabbani, and other people. Actually, they make it successful. So we are really grateful to all of them. And I think that public health will run with more speed, with full horsepower, with so many talented people among us. And actually, this year, most probably this year, Bangladesh first time not only hit with COVID, but also come to the root that we need the nourishment and speed up of the activities of Public Health Foundation in our country, like others. So I think that this is the best time for Public Health Foundation to go ahead and to do lots which we can. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Fatima Ashraf. Actually, you are an extraordinary public health icon because you're a combination of clinical, practitioner, also a public health expert. And irrespective of where the people are working, all of us should actually work in favor of public health. Whoever is affiliated physician, no problem, or a clinician, no problem, a surgeon or pediatrician. But they should also be served from the point of public health aspect, actually. And you are an example. So I think you have a great number of followers. Thank you, Appa. Okay, now it's the time for our chief guest, Professor Muzahirul Haq sir's speech. We are waiting for a long time, and I'm sorry to keep you waiting for a long time, sir. It is almost dinner time. I am not sure about your sleeping time, but I always see you that, yeah, you are still at 12 o'clock, you are attending the talk show in the TV. So, sir, it's your turn now. We all are waiting to hear from you. It's a great pleasure. Sir is my direct teacher in Chittagong Medical College. And actually, I am in Public Health Foundation because of him. After coming from WHO in 2010, I think, Sir was planning to actually to create a platform in the same shape of Public Health Foundation of India. And following that, then actually Sir created a group, and I was a blessed member of that group. So please welcome Professor Muzahirul Haq sir. We are waiting for you. Thank you so much, sir. Please.
Sir, unmute, sir. Unmute করবেন, sir.
Thank you so much, Sharmin. I think all of you were too generous in appreciations. And I think you are all wonderful people that we are meeting. Amazing, amazing. You have done a miracle, I should say. The leadership, all of you, those who are in front of me, whom I can see and whom I cannot see also, you are all great, brilliant of brilliance, I should say. And you are leader of leaders, I should say. The Public Health Foundation, the way it started from then on, the grooming of leadership, I should say, wonderful. That is all your contributions. You wanted it, attitudinally you are prepared that you will be leader, and you are all leaders now. Now, the Public Health Foundation will definitely be proud of having all of you, because now you are, what I find in you, you are too confident, as well as I can definitely say that you are in a leadership where you can lead the best. The organization Public Health Foundation, when I started, I had to, I think Sharmin was mentioning that, and our Mansoor also, he knows that the start was not that well, because there was an association, Public Health Association, and where I was a life member also. I wanted them to be vibrant so that that organization can do the job what actually we are doing today. The inspiration I got, it is definitely from India when I was there as a regional advisor of WHO, because I was looking after the public health education. I'm telling this to you because I feel, and I strongly feel, that you are the leader of leaders, because what you made today with this virtual conference, how many countries, Ajib must be knowing because he's outside, and we all know that how many countries could regularly organize or organize a regular event during this COVID period. You won't find, except a few exceptional, that Bangladesh, you made it an exceptional thing. My father used to say to me that average, everybody can be an average. So do something which is not everybody can do, but you can do. I always remembered that in my life. And if you look at my career, yeah, I'm a forensic pathologist when nobody wanted to be a forensic pathologist. And I did my forensic pathology from London Hospital Medical College, many of you know. And that was an exception. Similarly, when I looked at our people, I always think that why shall we not? We, I mean you all are leaders. When I see Tasdeek, when I see Arun, when I see others, Ashish, Bulbul, and others who are now senior, you all are great leaders now. And you have many things to do. But the younger leaders like Tasdeek and others, Arun Shahi, and I see others also, Ashish, and sorry, I can't read all those because of my eyesight now at this age. And Shariful, you all. I find in front of me all leaders only. I don't find anybody as worker now anymore. And there are workers behind you and followers behind you. And that is the great thing, I think, what I personally could claim that I have achieved. I have achieved that I could groom some leaders of public health who have their attitude to be leaders and lead public health. Public health encompasses all the discipline of medicine. That was one thing I always, being a forensic pathologist, I used to think. Because I was also, at that time, it was hygiene when I used to learn about this community medicine or public health. The subject was called hygiene. And so now, at this stage, I will be having some 3 messages only to you. That you are now leaders and you are to groom other leaders. You groom your followers as leaders. Let these leaders then spread over not only Bangladesh, but beyond Bangladesh. Now the world knows you. Many of you, world knows Tasdeek, world knows Tawfiq, world knows Sharmin, world knows Aftab, world knows Fatima. When I see Bulbul speaking in WHO forum in Geneva, then I feel very much boast of you all that you can do what I could not do. And you will do it, I'm sure. I have all confidence in you that you are quite competent and quite confident. Now you are to show only, not do. You are to show. I wish all of you to be the role model only. And you are to groom people. You are to groom leaders, all of you, those who are listening to me. Now, first step, what you can do is to organize the students of public health. Tasdeek from his students forum is our leader now. So now he should take the initiative, and others, those who are junior leaders now, I should say, all of you are leaders. So what you can do, you just now keep in touch with the students, have a forum of Public Health Foundation, students forum. When you do that, then you will have enough people to follow you, to follow your work, and ultimately they will lead public health. That should be our ultimate aim. So this is the first thing. And second thing, I should say, Public Health Foundation should not only be in Dhaka and cities. Our people are worldwide now. Azim is leading in one hemisphere. Some others are in other hemispheres. So now, at least we should start, at least one thing we should achieve with strategy after the students forum, that in divisions, we must have Public Health Foundation organization. We have 8 divisions, let there be 8 branches so that we can move out of Dhaka and work
There is a sound problem.
I think internet connection problem.
রাজ টিভি আপনাদের থেকে তো না মনে স্যারের ওখান থেকে
Maybe sir disconnected. Yep. Net disconnected.
হ্যাঁ আমরা জাস্ট একটু 1 মিনিট ওয়েট করি
রাজটিভি কি বলে এটা ঠিক আছে কিনা
কালকেও হয়েছে সাউন্ড প্রো ওই ওখান থেকে মনে হয়
স্যারকে কেউ কি ফোন করবেন যে
হ্যাঁ আমি ঠিক আছে আমি করছি
ওনাকে স্ক্রিনে দেখা যাচ্ছে না
In the meantime, I think I can tell you about the event we organized today. I think it's a very interesting thing that PHFBD organized 2 events simultaneously together here as the the chief main host, and with Jahangirnagar University we co-hosted the first ever launching of the Lancet 2020 report on climate change and health. So Lancet have a Lancet countdown on climate change and health. So for the first time ever in Bangladesh, they organized it, and PHFBD proudly co-hosted the event with Jahangirnagar University, and Professor Sharmin Madam was a special guest to open the session. So I'm very happy that we did that today. And it was a time issue because, like organizing the 2 events together, but somehow we managed to do it. So I'm very, very proud of PHFBD today. Thank you so much.
স্যারের ফোন ব্যস্ত পাচ্ছি কিন্তু স্যার তো এখানে নাম নাই স্যার কি মানে এখান থেকে কি
আমার মনে হয় উনি স্ক্রিন থেকে তা আউট হয়ে গেছে
হ্যাঁ সেটাই দেখা যাচ্ছে
তো
আমরা মনে হয়
হ্যাঁ তুমি ক্লোজ করে দাও
স্যার একদম শেষ পর্যায়ে ছিলেন আমার মনে হয়
ডিসকানেক্টেড হয়ে গেছে স্যার
So we are closing just within 2 minutes. Concluding remarks এর আসলে কিছু বলার নেই মানে it was a great program with great success and concluding remarks আমি না বলে আসলে actually আফতাব ভাই বললে ভালো হবে because he started the program and delivered the welcome speech এবং শেষে কারণ আমি এখানে খালি একটা জিনিস বলতে চাই যে আসলে স্যার যেটা বললেন যে ইচ্ছা থাকলে if I want I can make it এই জিনিসটা আমাদের মধ্যে থাকতে হবে আরেকটা যেটা হলো I always believe that যে যতটুকুই আমরা জানি না কেন we have to give our best and give our highest sometimes we see that মানে আমি এটা একটা জাস্ট আমার একদম মানে আমার শোনা মানে আমার এক কলিগ is a very knowledgeable clinician, good clinician, but he was telling in a meeting to me that Sharmin,
that is back.
Sir is back?
Okay. Please.
Okay.
Please.
Sir, please continue.
Sir, unmute করবেন স্যার
Sir, you are muted.
হ্যাঁ আমি আনমিউট করেছি থ্যাংক ইউ আমি সরি যে জায়গাতে ছিলাম আর কি সেকেন্ড যে কথাটা বলছিলাম যে আমরা সরি উই শুড go to the divisions next and third thing which I expect because when I see you all of you in front of me I know nothing is unachievable. Nothing is unachievable. I repeat, you can achieve things. So the research work that you have shown that you are doing, everybody of you involved in research, Professor Dr. Kapil is here, as well as I see Dr. Tasdiq's many publications, and of course a few others. And Ajim is in the leadership of the publication of even the journal. And that is, the journal is one of the unique journals you don't know sitting here, that how many people all over the world are actually acquainted as well as oriented with this journal. You know, we kept it that when they have requested me to the editor of Southeast Asia Journal of Public Health from WHO, I said no. We will have our own Journal of Public Health. Today you are having Southeast Asia Journal of Public Health. That is your credit, I should say. And WHO then followed us to have a Journal of Public Health of Southeast Asia. But our one, WHO one, is different. That everybody can have it, access, and all the offices, they actually procure it, keep it, and then that access to that library. But our one, this, when you go for looking for a Journal of Public Health, you will find our one, and that is what is one of our achievement of Public Health Foundation, of course, with the initiativeness and support of Azim. I can appreciate all of you, starting from Sharmin, Tawfiq, Aftab, Sijar, Azim, those who are in front, Bulbul, Arun, say everybody of you, you have many talents, and these talents, I think, if you can utilize for our people, and once these talents are united, united talents can contribute the maximum. And I'm sure and confident, as I have said, that you can do that, and you will definitely trying to do that. So if you can keep these three things in your mind, that we are to involve students, more people, and we are to go to the divisions and the research things. I think if you continue, and ultimately what you will find in you, the that is what we call that 3-in-1, you can say, in your what do you call, in your moves in future. So I'm really proud of you, and proud of even this organization, what at the level you have brought it. I can't even think of that it could come at this stage, when I see today that you have just done such a miracle, I should say. Unbelievable to me, unbelievable. If I could be with you and listen to some of the presentations, I think I would be benefited also, learned a lot. But at this age, please don't ask me to learn more. It is impossible for me. I can't bear that load anymore because of my age. And if someday, say, I'm not with you, the day will come when I will not be with you. Suman was with us. He's no more today. And this is a month of victory. And you have already mentioned about the freedom fighters, those who laid their lives, shaheeds, and all those martyrs, those who are not here in Bangladesh and will never come back. So please always pray for them also. And whatever you do, keep it in your mind that they haven't enjoyed the fruits of Bangladesh, but we are living and enjoying the fruits of Bangladesh. So we shall always be keeping them in mind. And someday I will not be also with you. Please remember that if this Public Health Foundation survives, I will survive with it. So let us keep it fit, let us keep it, make it strong, and let us make it beneficial for others. What actually Public Health Foundation want to achieve is nothing but healthy Bangladesh. That is our ultimate objective. So if you want to make a healthy Bangladesh, you stay safe, healthy, and then do something which will be ultimately benefited for Bangladesh, for the common people. That means that is a public health approach. That is what actually we want ultimately that Bangladesh should have. So you start working on that, keep connections, and continue working as a public health worker, as a leader, and then try to motivate and convince the government or those who will be in the government that they should take a public health approach so that every individual of Bangladesh is benefited. That is in universal health coverage. We always talk about accessibility, availability of quality healthcare, but who will provide that? Because we have resource limitation. In this resource limitation, if we can take a preventive care, if we can establish a preventive care system or mechanism and a referral system, I think we can achieve what we want to achieve for our common people. Let there be a nucleus, or what you will say, a focus on our Upazila health complexes. Let it be a unit, a functional unit. It is already there. If you can make it functional, then the village or common people will be benefited out of it. Let us first make it functional and Upazila health complexes, and then the community health clinic, union health centers and sub-centers will be benefited from there. And then an effective referral system from Upazila Health Complex to district hospital and the tertiary hospital. And that will be a unique system that every individual can be taken care of for their health. I believe and hope that you will think in this way, and ultimately we shall achieve what we want, health for all. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. And you have done a wonderful job. To me, it is a miracle. I could not think of that you can make such a successful event in this Corona situation. You are wonderful people and you have done a wonderful job. And all the best to you. Keep your prayers for me. I pray for you. Stay safe. Long live all of you. Thank you so much. And thank you, the organizers, the most, including the body which was actually responsible for making it the miraculously successful. That is Professor Sharmeen, Dr. Tawfiq, who were in the leadership of the team, and others who you are already. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir, for your very valuable words as a future directives. আসলে স্যার যেটা বললেন, আসলে আমাদের 8টা ডিভিশনে এখন আমাদের ডিভিশনাল নেটওয়ার্ক করতে হবে, and it is possible. আমরা দুইজন করে যদি, এটা আমরা সামনের মিটিং আলাপ করব, আমরা দুইজন করে প্রত্যেকটা ডিভিশনে আমরা যদি ফোকাল পয়েন্ট রাখি, তাহলে তারা অর্গানাইজ করবে, আর ভার্চুয়ালি উই ক্যান কমিউনিকেট উইথ ইচ আদার। যে এইগুলো অনেক সবগুলোই সম্ভব। তো আমি আসলে একদম শেষে আমাদের এই 3 দিনের যে প্রোগ্রাম ছিল, আমাদের বিশেষ করে সবাই কষ্ট করেছে, সবাই অনেক খেটেছে। ইটস এ ভলান্টারি অ্যাক্টিভিটি, আমরা জানি এটা আমাদের ভলান্টারি অর্গানাইজেশন। সবাই যার যার কর্মক্ষেত্রে সবাই অনেক ব্যস্ত এবং সবাই খুব এফিশিয়েন্ট। তার যার যার প্রতিষ্ঠানে আমরা যদি দেখি, এভরিবডি ইজ ওয়ার্কিং উইথ গুড নেম অ্যান্ড ফেম, এবং সেইখান থেকে আমরা সময়টা, সেটা হয়তো আমরা নিজের অনেক সময় হয়তো এটা রিল্যাক্স করতাম বা অন্য কোনো ভাবে ব্যয় করতাম, সেটা না করে আমরা একটা সংগঠনকে দাঁড় করাচ্ছি। ছোট ছোট সবার থেকে ইনপুটস আসতে আসতে আমরা একটা বড় কাজ করে ফেলছি আস্তে আস্তে, কিন্তু আমাদের আরো অনেক বড় কিছু করতে হবে। এটাই আমাদের মাথায় রাখতে হবে, স্যার যেটা বললেন, এবং আমাদেরও তাই আদর্শ যে আমরাও, স্যার যেমন বলছেন বয়স হয়ে গেছে, মনসুর ভাই বললেন এজ ইজ এ নাম্বার, আমরাও আমাদেরও বয়স হয়ে যাচ্ছে, আমরাও মিডল এজ ক্রস করে ফেলেছি, কিন্তু আমরা জানি না আমরা হাউ লং উইল লিভ। কিন্তু আমার মনে হয় যে যতদিন আমরা হেলদি থাকি অ্যান্ড উই ক্যান কন্ট্রিবিউট, মানে এইজ কোনো ব্যাপার না। আমরা এখনো দেখি স্যার কিভাবে বিক্রমপুরে যাচ্ছেন, সোশ্যাল ওয়ার্ক করছেন, এবং সবাই তাই। তো আমার মনে হয় যদি আমাদের ইচ্ছে থাকে তাহলে উই ক্যান মেক ইট ডান। তো আমি এখানে আর বেশি কথা বলবো না, অনেক রাত হয়ে গেছে। তবে আমাদের এই প্রোগ্রামের সাকসেস, ইটস এ টিম ওয়ার্ক। এখানে আমাদের যারা আমাদের অর্গানাইজেশনের যারা মেম্বার ছিলেন, সিনিয়র থেকে শুরু করে জুনিয়র, মিডল এজের সবাই কাজ করেছে, এবং এরকম ছাড়া এটা সম্ভব ছিল না আসলে। এবং স্পেশালি আমাদের যারা ইয়াং ওয়ার্কফোর্স, যারা, আমার এটাই সবচেয়ে ভালো লেগেছে স্যার, যে দে আর সো এনথুজিয়াস্টিক। আমি যদি রাত 12টায় ফোন দিই বা 1টায় ফোন দেখি তারা রিসিভ করে। একটা হয়তো মেসেজ দিলাম, মেসেঞ্জারে তো ছবি দেখা যায়, দেখলো যে সে এখনো জেগে কাজ করছে। মানে ইট ইজ অ্যামেজিং আসলে স্যার, এরকম। তো আমার মনে হয় যে করোনা প্যান্ডেমিকের সময় আমি যেটা দেখলাম এখানে, যে আমাদের 57 পেপার এখানে আমরা একসেপ্ট করেছিলাম, and out of this 57 paper, 37 were based on COVID-19, and it's very natural, এবং 20 পেপার হয়তো নন কোভিড বিষয়ের উপরে এখানে উপস্থিত হয়েছে। তবে এখানে আমরা যেটা দেখলাম যে আমরা কমিউনিকেবল, COVID-19 ইজ এ কমিউনিকেবল ডিজিজ, কিন্তু এটা তো একটা মাল্টিডিসিপ্লিনারি, মাল্টিফ্যাক্টোরিয়াল, এবং যার ফলে আমরা যখন দেখলাম যে all the thematic sessions other than communicable disease, there are 6 other thematic sessions, প্রত্যেকটা সেশনেই কিন্তু কোভিড-19 এর পেপার গুলো ছিল। সো ইট ওয়াজ ভেরি ইন্টারেস্টিং এবং সবার জন্য যার জন্য তারা পার্টিসিপেট করতে সুবিধা হয়েছে। তো আমি মনে করি যে ইট ওয়াজ এ গ্রেট ইভেন্ট এবং আমি আবারও আমাদের যে সদস্য জাহিদুর রহমান সুমন তাকে হারিয়েছি, ওনার রুহের মাগফিরাত কামনা করি এবং আমরা সবাই যাতে সুস্থ থাকি, স্বাস্থ্যবিধি মেনে চলি আর সবসময় এবং আরেকটা কথা আমি বলি যে আমাদের যে ডক্টর রুহুল আবিদ উনি এসেছিলেন এবং উনিও এক্সপ্রেস করেছেন টু ওয়ার্ক উইথ পাবলিক হেলথ ফাউন্ডেশন। I would request Professor Aftab Bhaike to make a meeting with him very soon so that we can collaborate how to work with Haifa and Public Health Foundation. So thank you so much.
আমার মনে হয় আফতাব বোধহয় কিছু বলতে চাচ্ছে আর আমি এই ব্যাপারে একটু
প্লিজ আফতাব ভাই প্লিজ।
আসলে মানে আমি মানে লোকটা সম্বরণ করতে পারছি না, কারণ স্যারকে তো আর ধন্যবাদ দিয়ে তো আমরা ছোট করব না। তো স্যারের জন্য একটা হাততালি দেওয়ার কথা বলতেছিলাম।
নিশ্চয়ই নিশ্চয়ই। ওকে, ইটস এ গ্রেট ডে।
আচ্ছা, প্লাস একটা জিনিস আমি বলতে চাই, আমার কারেন্ট অ্যাফিলিয়েশন আই জাস্ট লেফট আইসিডিডিআরবি, সেটা এইটা ফোরাম মনে করলাম যে এই জন্য সবাইকে জানিয়ে দিচ্ছি যে I just left ICDRB officially and I will be joining in a bigger platform inshallah আপনাদের দোয়ায়, এবং I will be also linking Public Health Foundation in future. So
congratulations.
Congratulations. আর আমি একটা
our new elected president. Congratulations.
Portfolio will
Okay, great.
আচ্ছা আমি একটা
my portfolio will be beyond in Bangladesh and beyond Bangladesh. So focus
Nepal should be the first one.
Initially in the South Asia region, and then it will be global. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Yes,
I
just
want all of you. I want all of you to be.
Sir, please, Colin.
না, আমি যেটা বলতে চাচ্ছি যে you are all leaders, but be role model for future leaders. Be role model for future leaders. You see, Aftab, I still remember Rajim, Aftab, আমরা একসাথে যখন কাজ করতাম, we could not think of that someday we will come here. বুলবুল, we haven't think of. সুতরাং আমাদের যারা জুনিয়র আছে আজকে তাজদিক, look at his position এখন। তো সুতরাং আমার মনে হয় যে you all are now not only leaders, you are role model also. সো আমার মনে হয় যে এই জিনিসটাই ইনকালকেট করতে হবে আমাদের ফিউচার লিডার যারা আছে, এই রাব্বানি আছে, আমাদের সিজার আছে, আর শরীফ আছে, এদের মধ্যে ইনকালকেট করতে হবে যে ইউ আর এ রোল মডেল সো দ্যাট আদার্স ফলো ইউ। Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you. So before finishing, here is an announcement. যে আমরা 12 ডিসেম্বর সবসময় অবজার্ভ করি ইউনিভার্সাল হেলথ কাভারেজ ডে, বাট Friday and next day is 12th December. So আমরা এটাকে একটু ডেফার করছি, আমরা in the last week of December, অবশ্যই আমরা ডিসেম্বরে করব, তো আমরা একটু পিছিয়ে দিলাম। সো আমার মনে হয় আমরা এখানেই শেষ করছি। সবাইকে
ফাইনাল করার আগে আমার মনে হয় আমাদের খুব ভালো একটা সাপোর্ট দিয়েছে রাজ টিভি এবং যেটা না বললেই নয়, মানে পুরো প্রোগ্রামটা তারা খুব
ওনারা তো আছেন, আপনারা কি রেসপন্স করবেন একটু? অদিতি নাই মনে হয়। হ্যাঁ, বলো।
আমরা মনে হয় তাদের জন্য একটা ক্ল্যাপ করতে পারি, বিকজ uninterrupted সার্ভিস, এবং they have communicated with each of the members, so that was really wonderful. এবং সবশেষে যেটা না বললেই নয়, একমি ল্যাবরেটরিজ লিমিটেড, সো তাদের দুজনকেই আমাদের পক্ষ থেকে ধন্যবাদ, মিডিয়া পার্টনার এবং সায়েন্টিফিক পার্টনার। এই ম্যাডাম
আমি আরেকটা লিডারশিপে থাকতে চাই। I want to মানে lead a clap for all of you, those who have participated, please. For all of you.
Sir, just lastly, Public Health Foundation এর চেয়ারপারসন হিসেবে আমি একমি ল্যাবরেটরি অ্যাকচুয়ালি, যে একমি ল্যাবরেটরি নেভার সে নো টু মি স্যার, এটা আমরা একটু মানে বলতে চাই, এখানে আপাও জানে। এবং যে টেকনিক্যাল সাপোর্ট গুলো দিয়েছে, আমি যদি অদিতি এখানে থাকতো বা ডক্টর বাসু থাকতো, মানে অ্যাকচুয়ালি প্রথমে আমরা ভাবি নাই এত তাদের সিনক্রোনাইজেশন এত সুন্দর হয়েছে। দেয়ার ওয়াজ গ্যাপ ইন বিটুইন দ্য প্রোগ্রামস। খালি স্যার আপনি একটু ডিসকানেক্টেড হয়ে গেছিলেন আজকে, এটা হলো আপনার।
না না, এটা হয়, এটা না আমার তরফ থেকে, আমার ইন্টারনেটটা হঠাৎ করে স্ন্যাপ।
তো সবাই কালকে উইকেন্ড, সো হ্যাভ এ নাইস ডে, নাইস ফ্রাইডে এন্ড প্রে ফর ইচ আদার। আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
ওয়ালাইকুম সালাম।
Congratulations to everyone.
Especially to everyone.
Especially স্যারকে বলছি যে স্যার long live, you don't think about other than this. It's not it's your you kindle the light and you see the
You are watching Raj TV, Jagorone, Bangladesh. Please